Oh yeah. Hey
Balls.
everyone, this is Frenchie. I'm with Jason. Yeah, and I'm with Don. And we are here to geek out about today hockey jerseys. Hey, hockey jerseys, you can geek out? Hell yeah. You can geek out about anything. And this is why we did this show. I am a avid fan of any jerseys, but especially hockey. I'm up to a good almost 40 jerseys now. And I also collect NBA jerseys now. But it all started with NHL. For me, I love hockey, but I love the fashion, oddly enough, of hockey. There's so many things to look at, so many different styles, and some teams have basically never changed their style in almost 100 years. It's ridiculous. And some teams that change every freaking year almost. So there's a lot to dive in. I got a list. What is going on, guys?
Nothing.
I'm,
Nothing. I'm stopping him from being a moron. That's what's happening. Don't
if
worry,
there's
Frenchie. I'm here
yes,
for you.
I have shaved my beard and I look like a testicle. I know. So that being
I'm sure
said,
the audience was very confused on who is this man talking to us.
this is alternate universe Tesco Louis. So that said, I have, Jesus boys, I have a list of home jerseys. We're not going to look at away jerseys. Home and away, home has color, away has white. Basically, is the general consensus.
Okay.
Now we're going to look at the colored version, and there are differences sometimes depending on the team itself. But I just got found one list that was actually plausible that they actually work with, so we're going to go with that. All right, so you ready, boys? I hate you
I'm ready.
guys. I hate you, Don. I hate you.
You can't take him anywhere.
I know. I
It makes
know.
me laugh so much. Okay.
All right. So that being said, again,
Black Hawks.
just to remind you all, Jason, Don, and also the audience,
Yes.
we're having, team by team, we're gonna talk about what we like, what we don't like, the colors, the schemes, blah blah blah, and at the end, they're gonna pick their top three favorite jerseys that, if someone would, give them the choice, which ones would they get for free? So why
I'm
spend
ready.
money when you can get it for free, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to start with Chicago Blackhawks. This is probably one of the most still controversial teams
I
because
was
a
gonna
lot of
say.
teams, yeah, a lot of teams in sports in general have been changing when it had to do with American Indian, content. It's a long-standing tradition, and it's something that in our day and age, and with respect, is right to do. Changing anything to do with the Native American
Now,
Indian heritage,
how
except for Chicago.
have they actually made any
They
announcements that they're
refuse.
thinking
They
they
refuse.
refuse? So it's
They
just we are.
And see, I think this could be an easy transition because they're already called the Blackhawks. You just make a Black Hawk as the thing and change the colors, and you could keep the name.
the thing
I mean, you
with
could even.
this, the thing with this is they are part of the OG6. Chicago has been around for over. This logo has been around for over 100 years. This
Now, but
is
Okay.
those people that
history.
created 100 years ago, are they Native American?
No,
So
No.
then I'm sorry, fuck you.
and
Just
I completely agree. And this way, and they're listening to put on the last.
Yeah.
Elston, the logo itself, I like the design. It didn't change for a long time. I like that red pop. I like the. It's a very kind of high top, high end top. So the white actually goes really high onto the red. But yeah, the logo is really controversial, and they're not changing it so far. They're really
I
not.
will
And
say this though: the logo I don't think is like overly offensive. I just think the idea of having that still is offensive. Do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
but so far no plans to change it. So
Right, right, right.
given with the logo, the colors, everything, how do you guys find this jersey?
I mean, I hate that
Yeah.
it has that symbol in the middle of it because I do love black and red and this color scheme on it, and overall the look of it is nice. But I think the underlying and like obviously the face on it is just
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah, I just don't think it's something I would want to wear.
All right. So on to the second one. This is the new Ducks, my friend. I know, Don, you said you love the
Yeah.
Ducks, and your knowledge was 90s, right? And I completely agree. The
I
90s
have seen this though.
purple,
I have seen this. Yeah.
the purple and teal Ducks jersey is awesome.
Yes.
And then we got this.
Yeah, I don't like this
How
at
long
all.
ago did you guys get this?
It's gonna be freaking 10 years now. Like this is the
Oh,
rebrand.
really?
It's not like it's
oh,
not recent.
it's not recent. There's been alterations. The colors have been like that for a while. The D and the fin has gone into changes. At first, it was Anaheim with the D, and then it just went into the D itself. I personally hate this freaking jersey.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
don't
see
like
it
this.
properly, but if you look at the background, the player in the background, you can see it. It has this weird triangle thing on the side that has way too many stripes. It's way too busy on the side and almost nothing on front, and just with a little stripe.
Sure.
And by the way, the shoulders is what we call yokes. Why I don't know, but the
Okay.
yokes feel so empty compared to the bottom heavy. And I personally don't like that kind of combination of this like cream, gold, and orange. I never liked it. I can't wait for them to change it. But they had their branding since Disney did not own the Ducks anymore. When they sold the rights, they had to change the design, and they came up with this. What do you guys think about the combination, the look, everything?
Yeah.
I agree. The color scheme itself is really bland, and I just feel like they should be only playing in October. And on top of that, like the actual logo itself is just really like, how is that a duck?
I
It's
How
a
does
duck
that have
fin.
to do with anything with ducks?
It's a duck fin.
Is it though?
Yeah, it is. If you look at it, it really is a duck fin.
I would say comparatively to the other one, they should have
Oh,
been
yeah.
able to keep it somehow. They should have fought to keep it.
Yeah,
There was
'cause I don't-
alternates with the same design as the old school one, but with the colors like orange, and it kind of works because in hockey teams, they're a bit like NBA, not as profound as NBA, but they have a lot of like specialty like stadium. There's two teams a year that play in a football stadium. You got your outside games that
Yeah.
have like they have specialty jerseys here and there. They have alternates, but in the day-to-day, that's their jersey, and I freaking hate it.
Right.
yeah,
All
I
right.
don't like it whatsoever.
The Edmonton Oilers. This is either you hate it or you love it. I love this jersey. I own a couple of Oilers jerseys. And nothing compares to the alternate. The alternate I can show you guys after is probably the most crisp, clean, two-colored one that just makes so much sense. But still, I love the old school Oilers logo. It is ugly, and there's such a thing called ugly jerseys, and I'm a fan of ugly jerseys. And it only changed color during the couple years because before the blue you see on the yolks used to be the main color on the orange, and orange used to be on the top, but they reversed it, and I find it works. I like jerseys that are bold, that pop. It is pretty simplistic and just the stripes. It's same type of stripes on the bottom, but it breathes enough. And the orange actually works in this case because again, it breathes. It has a blue cut to a white cut to orange. What do you guys think?
Um, I'm not a fan. Like you said, you either love it or hate it. And I don't know. It sucks because I'm a Knicks fan, and those colors are very similar, and I've never been too keen on the over orange, even on those. I just think it's just too much. It'd be a lot better to be subtle with the orange, in my opinion. And then the I don't know, the image in the middle for me is just a bit plain.
It's been the same image since the 70s. It's
Yeah.
that's like it's such a classic, iconic image that for me would break my heart if they change it. Don, you know what? Explain what you find about this jersey. I'm going to try to find the alternate because it should be in my room somewhere. Give me a
Okay.
quick second. I'm going to show you guys how orange can work, though. I'll be right back.
So I like the colors. I do like the colors, but I don't like the logo itself. I think it's
Yeah, I
really
don't.
boring.
I
But I
feel
like
like,
the orange with the blue. I do like the color scheme a lot, but I
like I
just
said,
don't
I
like
like
the
the colors together, but I'd rather it be
yeah.
the opposite. In my opinion,
Okay.
that orange would make that royal blue pop so much more than it does the other way around.
Okay. I mean,
Like I,
and that's fair. I just think that that logo just doesn't pop. It just doesn't really. It's just very boring and bland.
it's very basic,
Yeah.
in my opinion. And again, I get that there's history behind it too. So
Right. Right. Right.
I'm sure that the people that have been watching hockey and appreciate that, like, I wish the Jets kept their original logo.
Mm.
All right.
I hate the new one.
All right. So I am back. I'm going to show you. I got a couple when we talked to them, but this is the alternate.
I like that. See,
That is better. That is much
It
better.
is
I
a
told you. What did I
two-tone.
tell you?
That's much better. Yeah. That's much
That like it
better.
was one of my favorite alternates
I
in
love that
hockey.
way more.
Yeah.
It's so crisp, it's so clean.
I don't even
It
mind the
is
logo
so
on that one. I like the
Yeah, that's
logo
what I'm
on that.
saying. I feel
Yeah.
like if the colors were just reversed, it would look so much better.
Yeah.
I like
agree.
that one. I really did.
Yeah.
All right. So
Because I
enough about
literally
Oilers.
just told him, like, if you just swap the colors right there, way better.
Now the Florida Panthers. I'm hoping you guys seen the jersey at least once.
I believe I have. Yes.
Jason, what are you doing in your life?
Hey, listen, anything, I know the Islanders and the Rangers, okay?
Yep. I've definitely seen that jersey. Yeah.
I love this jersey. There's something nautical
Yeah.
about like the type of design.
Sorry.
I love any team that uses that cross stripe. And too bad we don't have the home jersey, the away jersey, because the away jersey is so crisp. It's basically the red in the middle. But as much as I was like harsh on Anaheim with the gold, because gold is very particular for me. You can't use it in any other, just any way. But that combination of having the really high red top cut with a middle and basically red in the bottom, just a stripe of blue, even though blue is so prominent in the logo, I find there's a beautiful balance. And going with the arms, again, it's red, white, and gold, not a lot of blue. So it pops so well in the middle that it really focuses first on the logo and then you look outwards, which is there's actual design concept when it comes to jerseys. Where do you look first? And they, I find, made a perfect job with this jersey. What do you guys think?
Tom?
Yeah, no, I actually I do like this one a lot. I do like this. I agree with you. You look right at the Panther and right at the logo immediately. Like that's the first thing you see.
I will say the logo in the center is so crisp. Like, it almost doesn't look like it's on a shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like, it almost looks like it's just placed there.
And it's very simple, but it's very detailed at the same time.
Yes.
Exactly. And in because every year there's improvements. And in the last year, they had like pops in the logo. There's like edges and different dimensions.
Okay.
And I don't own this one, but I've seen it in live. And the Panther actually like pops out tiny bit the edges in the logo. It is so crisp and so clean. And again, I love the shield. I love the way the thing is formed. It's not just like a circle or square. This shield pattern is such a beautiful
And what is
place.
their home? Where do they play out of?
Florida.
Well, obviously, but what's the official city?
I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. They're just called Florida Panthers.
I was going to say, you expect the French Canadian to know where in Florida our team
He's a hockey fan. I thought he might know. I don't know. I'm just asking. It was a question.
All right. Any other thoughts before we move on?
No, I said, I really
like
do
it.
like it.
Yeah, I like it.
And also, you'll see before we go, depending on the jersey, you'll have the side numbers sometimes on top here, sometimes on the side here, sometimes on the front, depending. And they're one of the rare ones that have it on top here. and what we call a secondary logo, which usually is on top. If you look on the arms, it's the state flag of Florida on
Yeah,
the
I
arms
can
itself.
see it.
But
Yeah.
every team, usually, not all of them, have secondary logos somewhere on the jersey.
Okay.
Okay.
LA Kings. They actually updated. They went to the old school purple and gold, yellowish, but this is before the black, white, and silver. When it came out, like when they made the change to it, at first I loved it, but they kept it for so long, and after a while, I realized it is so boring. It is so goddamn boring. At least they added silver fleck on the side, so on the arms you actually have a shine to it. But
Yeah.
else than that, it did for me is probably my top lowest bottom five jerseys, and especially that like very squished because you look in a lot of jerseys, the logos are big. This one, it's so tiny and squished together that the first thing I look at is more of the stripes and not the logo, and the stripes are not even that interesting. So for me,
Yeah, it just seems so basic and so not flashy at all. It's just like I'm blending in more.
yeah,
And especially in where
Yeah.
you're playing on a field that's all white and a
he
puck that's
called it a
black,
field.
rink. That's all
It's a
ice.
court, man. It's a court. Get it right. God.
It's a rink.
Excuse my ignorance.
No, it's choose his too. He's correcting you. Doesn't even know what the freak it's talking about.
It's a court.
All right, so we're in consensus. This is horrible, right?
Yeah, I don't like that one either. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
no.
definitely don't. I like the old
All right.
Kings one.
I have a rule for me before we go. Look at the helmets. Okay, just by the helmets. Let's see, Don. Do you know what team this is?
I mean, I can see it, but no.
Oh yeah, it's written right there.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't know that now.
Oh my God.
Yeah. They've been doing this jersey for such a long time. I have a rule. Please don't put mustard yellow on a jersey as primary color.
You will,
Because they
hey,
do it.
hey, I'm a Michigan fan. You will stop that right now.
I mean, come on now. Mustard yellow is no bueno.
It's and this at least they
I'm
pop
a
it yellow a bit
fan.
more.
I'm
But
a
one of their
Michigan
early
fan.
renditions was mustard. Like
They look like a French's bottle.
Ours
thank
is
you.
maize. It is maize. It is not mustard yellow. It's maize.
But back in the day, they had a jersey that had like old mustard, crusty mustard yellow.
Yeah,
It
no.
was so horrible. At least they
That's
popped the
nice.
yellow a bit more. But like just having again the yolks completely yellow, just the neck stripe blue, and having one little separation of white. Like again, orange, yellow, and white to separate doesn't work because you have to have a dark element. But if you're separating a dark element with a very flashy element, don't put a neutral element, which they did, which is white. It doesn't work in my opinion. I like the logo. The logo though is badass. The saber-tooth tiger was always one of my favorites in when they started it, and they just updated more and more, modernizing it. And for me, it works. But the rest of the jersey,
So here's what I'm gonna say. I love the colors and the logo is awesome. I'm gonna give it a 7, 8. I'm gonna give it 8. An 8 out of 10.
Oh
oh,
my God, no.
Yep.
oh,
No, I'm
okay.
being serious too.
You can actually. This jersey is so unpopular. You can actually buy it at Walmart for $50.
I want one.
See,
I'm not
yeah,
lying.
no,
No one wants the jersey.
I can't. Like, it's just so like the entire thing is just so mustard yellow, and then the fucking thing in the middle doesn't pop whatsoever. Like it's so
I think it
jarring.
does. Look at that eye. That eye is fierce.
No, it is
I,
not.
the, I'm separate. Like I love the logo. I hate the jersey. There's
He's
one
got
of the alterations they had back in the day. It was just blue and white, like dark blue and white with stripes. It was so beautiful, so classic. And then they went to this shit.
Scotty.
And
I think they could have a little bit of more dark blue in it. I will say that, but I do like it.
If you look at the full picture, even the weird thing is their pants, the blue of the pants doesn't even follow the jersey blue.
Like I think if you said what was it called, the yoke, if that was blue too, I think maybe that would help.
Maybe
I-
if the yoke was blue, and then you have to give a more profound, maybe bring the blue up further onto the sleeve,
Yeah,
I
something
agree.
more.
right.
But just that entire base thing, it just
No, and I see what you're saying. I do like the colors though. I really do, and I like it overall.
and to be honest, I think
All
the
right.
saber-tooth tiger might actually work better if the backdrop was blue.
That's fair.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
All
fair.
right, this is either another one you hate it or love it. I absolutely love this jersey. Color
Okay.
combination is such a classic, and they went through a lot of variations to get to there. Although I do hope they go in the 90s version. You probably know what I'm talking about, the skate version, Don, and that is the Vancouver Canucks.
I've definitely seen that.
Now they went from yellow, red, and black to green, white, and blue. They again the logo went a lot of variations to this modern one
Yes.
here.
Okay. So they used to be blue, red, and black. Is that right? That's what you said.
No, they used to be red, black, and yellow. It was like a round
Wow.
black puck with Canucks and a skate on it. And you also had a old school, just a V with like three colors, which red, yellow, and black. That's like in 80s, 90s.
Okay.
But they went with this in like later iterations, and for me it works. I love the deep blue, and the contrast with the very simple but very and still popping in your eye green, separated by two strands of white. This is what I mean by separating, right? You have two dark colors and then a neutral color that separates and pops both colors. And the logo, it's not my favorite version of, but I've seen also worse. I do think it stands good, but it doesn't stand out enough. And I don't like the secondary logos for this. One of the older ones too, for Vancouver. I would have just preferred to have a green top, a yoke itself, or something like a separation, at least with a white strand, just to make it a bit more different, because right now it's just top heavy blue and then green. But this is still one of my not favorites, but something I really love. What about you guys?
I definitely like it. It's probably not one of my favorites but I will say that the color scheme works well, and the logo is really crisp.
Actually, I really like the logo a lot.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know how it makes sense. Like, I don't know what Canuck means, so I don't know if it
Canucks means
makes sense.
Canadian, and this is
Okay.
it's based off. This is no. This is funny, right? This is not controversial, but this is still based off a Amerindian, like Native American tribe, but it's based off of one of the designs you found in on an old what you call that, like the statues with all the heads,
Totem pole.
totem pole. It's based off
Yeah.
of a totem pole, basically.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think I like it overall. I would agree with you. I would like to see the yoke have the green in it too, with like a white stripe outline. I think that would make it pop a lot more.
Okay, so next one is one of the examples that I hate, absolutely hate this version.
Okay.
But the away version, which I have in my laps, is probably one of my favorite away jerseys. Now, this is probably never heard, both of you, Columbus Blue Jackets.
No.
I like
It
that.
is, you like, okay, because a lot of people complain it's too simple, because it basically is just little two pinstripes. The logo is awesome, but it's very just simplistic, right? Just very in your face dark blue, and that's it. This is the away version.
That just says America.
Yeah, it does.
It just
This
says
is
America.
the away version.
I actually like the away version better.
Yeah, because the separation of the like the white and the blue for me makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, I like that one better.
But I love the logo, especially in live. The logo, like the texture, you can feel the silver flecks and the texture around. It's really, really an intricate design. I like it a lot, but the home version is just too simplistic in my opinion. What about you guys?
I mean, I like it, to be honest. I don't know if it is the America in me, or it's just the I don't know, that royal blue with the red always looks fucking awesome.
No, the color scheme is really great. I'll admit that. I won't disagree with that. I just think like with that white, I think the logo pops a little more with the white than the blue.
I do. One thing I would say, I think it's small little detail, but I think it will make a difference is in the neck. If there would be some white with the red, because right now it's just red little stripe, and it doesn't
Yeah.
follow the pinstripe here. If the pinstripe would continue as well as in the neck, that would I think mesh well a bit better and
Sure.
balance a bit better. But that's a minor little detail.
Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Okay,
I know
this
that. I
is
know this one very well.
the old school, the new one.
Maybe not the new one. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, this is the Washington Capitals.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen that one.
I used to love a lot better the old school, especially the old first iteration of with the big stars,
Yeah.
which just right like Capitals, like, which what I call a ugly jersey, which I have. I just won't look for it right now. This I hate the arms. Something about that little white stripe here and continues off, and you can't see it well, but like in the bottom here is dark blue and has this weird like hue thing to it. It's just overcomplicated on the arms on the side and just doesn't pop anywhere else. And I'm not a biggest fan of the letter logos. It's a boring jersey in my opinion. But I might be, I might be wrong on this one. What do you guys think?
No, I agree. It's very boring.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree on that one too. Because just we're the Washington Capitals. Cool. You put zero thought process into your design.
Yeah. It's yeah.
And yet Columbus Blue Jackets feels more America than Capitals, which
Yeah.
should be the
Yes.
most America one, right?
You would think, yeah.
You,
I
yeah,
actually
you
like
have-
the thing on the shoulder better as the logo.
The secondary logo, yeah.
Yeah.
They used it in one of these stadium jerseys, which one day we can look at. But yeah, okay. So I'm happy I'm not the only one. All right, this, in my opinion, is
A great
probably
jersey.
the most underrated one. It didn't change that much, but not like it's either you love it or hate it. Avalanche Colorado, baby. I love the mountain because you can't see
Yeah.
it right. Like the bottom, it's not crooked. It's actually made like that. It's made into peaks. It's not a straight line. It's made to imitate mountains.
Yeah,
And
okay.
the form of the rest, like how it separates, the logo is never been changed. It's classic. And that color combination of deep red, burgundy red, with that not baby blue, but almost like a sky powder blue, but a bit darker. I
Yeah.
love it. I absolutely love it. I love the fonts. There's something I haven't got into either, but I love the fonts. It's so bold, so in your face.
The
And that's
colors used to be different though, right?
the what?
The colors used to be different, right? When they
Slight
first started.
alterations, but it basically always been
Okay.
blue and burgundy, but
Okay.
have changed over time, especially the blue I think has changed. And
Yeah.
the secondary logos is based off an older team, and I really like it too. So what do you guys think?
I like you said, I like the actual design logo to make it look like it's coming to a peak. And I think the colors work. I always love maroon. Maroon has been was my part of my high school team's colors, so I really do like maroon. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah, no, I really like this one too. I've always liked this one. That A is classic. You know exactly what team that is for sure, even if you don't know hockey like me.
Oh yeah, it's unique to them, that's for sure. And for me, it screams Patrick Roy. It's like the good old days of Patrick Roy when he won the cup in '95, if I'm not mistaken. Don't shake your head, Jason. You have no clue what I'm talking about.
I have no idea either, honestly. I have no
That's
idea.
why I was like,
Really?
yeah. I
Patrick
was like,
Roy,
what?
the greatest goalie
Sure.
of all time that left the Montreal Canadiens, my team, because of a hissy fit against a coach and got traded away for a bag of pucks, basically. And then year after won the cup with Avalanche. It was the biggest spit to the face of Montreal in history. All right, I digress. I'm sorry.
Traded him.
Um,
Traded him.
now, a team that I deeply hate in my guts because it's Ottawa and it's one of my rivals, but I really love their new jerseys. It's simple. Sometimes a lot of teams are proving that simple works. Is the and paged and responsive. That's fun. Okay. It's the Ottawa Senators. For me, it's black and red. That's it. Two simple stripes. But the positioning of the numbers
Gold.
between the two pipe stripes works so well. And I love that old school logo. It's a logo they came back in the 90s with, and they changed, they did an alteration. I hated it and came back to that. I find it works. And I love the fact they didn't put any gold on the jersey, just on the logo. So it really concentrates on the beauty and and classiness of the logo itself. What do you guys think?
One of my
Yeah.
favorite time periods in history. I love it.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
love
The
This
it.
Romans, true.
Yeah.
this jersey, like I said, my favorite colors are black and red, and this definitely illustrates them very well. And the numbers being in the middle is a nice little touch. I think it brings a little more attention to their numbers, so maybe gives them know which player is which. Um, Whereas I feel like sometimes if they're on top of the shoulder pads, or not shoulder pads, sorry, yokes, it might not be as you might not be as drawn to it.
But there's always numbers on the back, by the way. So that
Oh
always
yeah, yeah,
does
yeah.
help. But yeah, I do understand what you mean. All right. And okay, this is one that I don't like. I like the old school Dallas Stars. I do not like their jerseys anymore. I do not like that green. I do
They
not like
chose
that
I
a
green.
don't
I
very
like.
don't
I was
like
gonna say I don't like the new colors. I like the old colors better.
yeah, it's and I don't like the blob of white and black. I don't find green that kind of green and white and black fits. And that logo, it just looks like they stuck a D on a star, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I
I
see
ain't a
what
fan.
you're.
What about you guys?
nah.
Yeah, it's not something I would. Yeah.
It
No.
doesn't pop, and it doesn't have any kind of real big features to it.
I feel like
And you know
that's
what?
like a generic jersey you just buy off of, like like just like a random generic jersey you see in like a Walmart or something. Like
Oh yeah.
that's what it looks like.
And the collars, because it's like white and then black, it looks like a dress shirt and the start of a tie.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
It kind of looks
It's
like a
just
bolo tie. Is that what it's
yeah,
supposed to be?
no, it's just bad designing.
Mm, yeah, I
All
don't like
right.
it.
So, oh yeah. Next one, I can make this work.
It doesn't want to
Swear
work.
to God. Carolina Hurricanes.
I mean,
Now,
I
if you
see
look
what they were
closely
going
on the
for.
stripes here, very faintly, but very faintly, you actually see it is the patterns of the warning flag of a hurricane warning flag. And they're
Yeah.
alternate actually use it.
Uh,
I love it. I love like it's red, white, and black, but it pops. It's simplistic, but yet very busy because of the logo. I it's actually in my top 10 to be honest, but I'm one of the rare ones that really love this jersey.
I do like it. I'm not gonna say I love it, even personally for me, it's too much red.
I was gonna say, I think there's too much red. I think this one definitely has too much red in it. A little more black or white
Okay.
may have separated it. Broke it up a little more.
So you would have maybe added black yolks?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I think that would make a lot of sense.
Yeah. See, that's a lot of comments. A lot of people says add something on the top. All right. Okay. This one a lot of people love. I freaking hate the redesign. It's been there for a couple years. I
Oh, the
hate
flyers.
the arms. This
I don't
weird,
really
like
know.
very thin, the very thick on the bottom, and then goes to the yolks and then ties into the neck. And that weird, like if the white would be completely the bottom, but it looks like a Santa Claus belt. But reverse, it's like it's stuck like way too close to the logo. It bleeds out the orange. I'm not a fan.
I actually think this, like, I don't know. I actually do like this one. It might not be in my top, but I definitely do uh, like this one for sure. I think the white stripe on the bottom works for me because I mean I'm looking more on the one that's behind him, not this one because it's all like bunched up on that one.
Yeah,
But the
sure,
one
bro.
in the back, it does look like it fits a little better.
For me, like I would have switched the white with black.
Yeah,
As just the fact like the white and the orange bit, it doesn't like it doesn't blend well in my honest opinion, especially with so much black in the middle that is just ah
Yeah,
done.
I'm just kind of I'm just kind of in the middle on this one. I really don't hate it or love it. It's just kind of bland to me. I guess is the best way to say it.
Right.
I know this one.
Yep, I
Now,
know
one of
this
the
one
most
very well.
simplistic, modernistic jerseys that is
Yeah.
way too close to Toronto, in my opinion, and you need to rebrand. But it's still one I own is Tampa Bay Lightning. There's not much to say. I mean, it's crisp, it's clean. Again, I don't like
Yeah,
the fact that there's a bit of blue bleeding out. I like just the bottom to be completely white, and there's something missing in the shoulders. I find, but it's still a nice jersey to look at. It's not even close to my top 10 though.
no, but it is like you said, it's a crisp one. It's very simplistic.
Yeah.
They could do a little bit more with it, maybe make it a lot better, but I do think it is one of the more crisp ones.
Yeah, I think the blue is too dark. I think you have to lighten the blue up more on this one. I don't know why. I just feel like the blue is too dark.
Interesting.
I think more
As
closer
for
to
me, the
sky
contrary, I find the
blue.
blue is too light, too vibrant. Oh,
Okay.
interesting. Okay.
I don't know.
Because I mean, I think Don's
Since
more
we have
thinking
17
of.
more sharks, you said
Well, not like light sky blue, but just like more closer to that.
I think he's thinking more of like a lightning, like an actual bolt of lightning color almost.
Yeah, like maybe a grayish blue. I
hmm.
don't know. I'm just trying to think what it. Yeah, I don't know.
I
I
know
know
you
this.
like the old school. I don't know if it's the same now, but this is San Jose Sharks, which, if
It's
you look,
different.
is one of the rare hockey jerseys that have nothing on the bottom, nothing on the top, just the arms. It has a very light orange, black, white, and teal. I love the logo. I just find it a bit too empty. What about you guys?
Same. Was just about to say the same thing. I do. The logo is nice. It's a really good logo, but if they could just do a little bit more with everything else around it, it would probably be a way better jersey.
So far, this is one of my top 3 jerseys.
Really?
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, I would take this one
Interesting.
for free as one of my free jerseys. I like that a lot. Yeah,
Oh,
this one's on my list.
all right. I don't know, but you guys, is anyone else lagging or just me?
Just you, good sir.
I'm fine. I think.
Okay,
Am I
just
good?
me. All right, so now we're on to Winnipeg Jets. I don't know if you have any knowledge of the old school Jets, but they changed a lot, and they went with this more militaristic logo with the Canadian maple in the middle and the two white, like lighter blue and dark blue and white. I really love this jersey, especially the logo. They haven't changed it since the remove. It's simple, but it for me screams Canadian military.
I definitely like this one. I've always been a fan of
Oh.
Jets, and I think this is. I think it actually. You would think that it didn't work with the way that the Jet is sitting on top of the maple leaf, but somehow it does. It makes it look crisp, and I don't know, the adding that extra detail of the extra V on top of it,
But it's
giving
a
it that.
compass.
It's yeah, I like it.
It's a compass. A little notch there is pointing north.
Okay. I like the colors a lot. I don't know if I like the logo though or not. I don't know if I do. It Now that you tell me it's a compass, now I see that it's a compass, but I wouldn't have guessed that before you said it.
It's very intricate. It's a lot of little meanings sometimes in certain hockey
Sure.
logos, but yeah. So
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
for you.
I don't think it's a bad. I don't think it's bad. I don't know if I would have got that out of it at like just looking at it and not knowing that. I guess.
All right. I swear to God, I'm gonna throw this PC out the window. Okay.
I think I've seen these.
I was gonna say this actually sounds familiar. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like this
I
one.
own this jersey.
I really
This would
like
be
it.
in
I
my
own
top
this
three
jersey.
also.
And it was such a controversy because they're the first jersey to use gray as the main color. And
I
the
like that
gold in
jersey
it
a lot.
is like it. There's this a weird texture, like it's a very rough, rugged gold texture that you can even feel inside the jersey. So it actually scratches when you wear it. It's very uncomfortable. And now in this year, they actually, yeah, but this year they actually went with it's all gold. It's purely just that gold fleck. So it's really jarring, but it's Vegas, right? But that logo is so beautiful. And I don't know if you guys can
Yeah.
see. I'll zoom in. There's this texture of like leaves inside,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I
Oh
can see
wow,
this.
hell
and
yeah,
it's so intricate and beautiful.
dude, that's cool. Yeah,
So yeah,
I
this is
this
probably one of my favorite jerseys, and I love that little red stripe here.
Yeah,
It really separates and add this little vibrance to it.
yeah, I'm right there with
yeah
you. I
no
think
this would
this
be
might
in my
be.
top three for
Yeah,
sure.
this is definitely probably in my top three as well. Out of all the ones we've
All
seen.
It's
right,
just a cool looking
New York
jersey, no matter.
Islanders.
Oh, here we go. Hate it.
I love this
Just
jersey.
joking.
Yes, sir.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
New York
Do
I'm
you have
giving
Islanders.
him
blue?
shit.
Like, Jesus Christ,
What did you say, good
what's
sir?
happening with my computer, man? The darker blue or this blue. Because my thing just reloaded again. Like my computer's about to die. I think at one point. Um, that darker blue or lighter blue with the yellow, the orange and white. It means the
Yeah.
thickness of the stripes I love because a lot of hockey jerseys will use thinner stripes or
Yeah.
variations like a big stripe and then a small. This has two big ass stripes in your face in the bottom, and this is who we are. I'm not the biggest fan of the logo. I always found it weird,
I was gonna
but
say
it still works.
I don't understand the logo. What is that? Is that supposed to be Long Island?
It's the
Yes.
island.
Yes, it is Long Island.
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't know that. So yeah, I like the New York symbol. I like the hockey stick and the puck and the Islanders. I don't know what that is in the background, so that would. But I do like the colors and all that. Yeah, I mean I don't I wouldn't say I hate this one, but it wouldn't be in my top for sure.
No, it's definitely not in my top, but I do love this one for sure.
Sure. Okay.
New Jersey was me.
I
They are
fucking love
one of
this
the rare
one.
ones have. They're one of the rare ones have a square yoke, very dry cut, very simplistic stripes. But this logo and the color, the red that pops, is such a
Yeah.
beautiful.
Am
pop.
I wrong? That
For
they've
me,
had that logo for a very long time.
Long time.
they had the design for like the original one used to be Christmas colors, so like green, red, and white. They changed it to black, red, and white, and it works so well. I love
Yeah.
the way it breathes, and I love everything about it. A lot of people find this boring. I don't.
No. This is the definition of simplistic and perfect.
Yeah. I really like this jersey and I like this design too. A lot.
The next one is affectionately almost a meme, but it's so loved by the community that they actually brought it back. They did it back in the day and it was so ugly, but then they brought it back and modernized it. It's the Kachina version of Arizona Coyotes.
Oh, I remember
And
this team.
if we look
Oh
here,
wow.
it's actually a Kachina pattern.
Yeah.
It's what we call
I
again
like
an ugly jersey, but it works in my opinion. It's so cartoony. It doesn't take itself seriously. Arizona doesn't take
Yeah.
themselves seriously.
I gotta be. I kind of like it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I kind of like it. Yeah.
yeah, I definitely like it. I like
Another
the
word for this jersey. Another word for jersey is a meme jersey, as they call it.
Okay.
I can see why, but I definitely like the design in the
So
middle.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jason,
Very
you're about to say.
abstract. I said it's. I like the logo in the middle. It's very abstract and it has it like you kind
Yeah.
of don't know where it's going, but then if you look close, you see what it is and everything like that. It's really nice.
Yeah. I think it's
I
really
do like
clean. Actually, I think it's a really clean jersey.
All right, so now going with the went back to the old school 80s 90s version. I own this jersey. I love this jersey. It's so in your face, no escaping the colors. Calgary Flames. Apparently can't say the city to save my life,
Yeah, I
but
know
it's
that.
so
Okay, I've
red and
seen that one.
orange, in yellowish
Yeah.
orange, in your face. It's sun-kissed jersey, as we call it. I love the logo. I love how it pops to the white. There's a lot of variations of this logo. It went to black, red, white with black, but this is probably my favorite version. It blends a bit too much sometimes. I find like if you really look at it, it's the same shades, right? But it works in my opinion because again, it's such in your face, and it does remind me a lot of my childhood because my first hockey game in Montreal was against Calgary. But what do
Okay.
you guys think?
I'm not the biggest fan of it. Again, I think it's probably my problem is I love red, but I think it's too much. The yellow does separate it a bit more with that white, but maybe if that white was maybe a bit more profound, and maybe if it was the yellow stripes instead, it would work a little better for me.
Yeah.
Um, and then also the logo itself. Um, I don't know. It just seems so like sea on fire. I don't know. That could be really problematic.
I no. I actually I agree. I agree
Wow,
with
JC, you went
Frenchie. I
there.
really like it. I really like it actually a lot.
Only you would think of those things, Ace. Only you. Oh,
That's
okay.
why I'm
This is the newest team to go to come in. The newest team,
This one
which
I
is the
don't
new
know.
expansion team of last year, the Seattle Kraken. I actually have this jersey. We don't see it that well on this photo. I love it so much,
Okay.
and especially you don't see it well on the arms. There's two different blues. Let's try to zoom in.
yeah,
There's
you can
this
see that.
really like ocean blue
Oh,
with that,
okay. Yeah, yeah.
and the history behind it for it signifies the depth of the ocean. So you got the very deep ocean, the red line, which ocean people verify with like a type of zone in the ocean that separates all the meters. That's I think it's safe for humans to go down without having a tank, stuff like that, right? So there's actual research, and it's a kraken for freak's sakes.
Yeah, I do like this one a lot. I think that like sea foam, whatever color you want to call it, is really nice and it works. And I think as simple as that red little mark is on the eye or on the logo is, it's very menacing and it kind of like you can tell that
Yeah.
that's an eye and everything like that. So I do like that one a lot.
And in person looks so good. I can show you after off screen. There's a vibrance to it in live that you don't get in photo because that's some jerseys they look okay in photo, and you get them in real life like holy, this is different.
Yeah.
And this is one of them.
Yeah. I like it.
St. Louis Blues. I don't like this jersey. I do not like this jersey. Too much variations of like blue. I don't like the logo itself. I hate the yolks. I hate the separation. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think they could have done a lot better with this one for sure. Especially it looks so I don't know more separated than any of the other jerseys I've ever seen. Like it literally just looks like that middle section was taken from
Yeah,
something else.
it looks squished,
Yeah.
right?
hmm Yeah, I don't like that. There's too like this one. This is a case where there's too much going on in like up here and down in the bottom, but not enough going on right here.
I think
It
the term I
looks
was
like
looking
the
for,
old
it
school
looks too
version.
cropped.
I like this one. I told you I like
Huh.
this one. The St. Louis Blues. I like this one.
You're allowed to.
No,
Is
I know
he?
I'm
Is
allowed
he?
to. I know I'm allowed to. I don't care. I'm just saying. I remember this. It sort of looks like the old school version a little bit. It's a little different, but it looks the same. Very similar.
Well, I actually have the old school version. I prefer the old school. Like the baby blue version is beautiful.
Yeah.
This,
Okay.
it's again, it looks cropped. It looks like someone took Photoshop and put lines in and just didn't do the cropping properly, in my opinion.
Okay.
All right. I do not like the home version. I absolutely adore the away version of this, though. Probably one of the best away versions next to Columbus. This for me, like again, the history beyond this is they haven't changed this freaking jersey in 100 years. It was like
Yeah.
this and stayed like this, basically.
Yeah.
Very simplistic. A lot of soccer fans, a lot of like football, like European football, love this because it really like blends their aesthetics. Me, I hate it. I love the logo though, but
Yes, the logo, and I've
something
seen other that looks way crisper. That right there,
the
100%
red
looks way crisper.
arms with the white
That looks way better
that
than
is
this one.
crisp.
Again, I think it's just another case of too much fucking red. Like, and I love red.
Yeah,
And it just sucks.
I gotta be honest. It looks like the logo looks like a mechanic shop logo.
it is. It's in Detroit. That's the signification. It's
Oh
Motor
no, I
City.
know. No, I get the logo for Detroit, but I'm just saying it just looks so generic. Like it looks like something
It's
that would be on a sign in front of a mechanic's
it's
shop. Like
it's one of the classic logos of like it's one of the
yeah,
OG6. Been there for over
yeah.
100 years, right?
I think that's probably
So
why. It's just because it hasn't really been changed that much. Yeah,
yeah. All right,
and
Boston
too much red.
Bruins. Slight variations. As much as I hate this team, I hate Boston with a passion. I really hate them. I gotta respect their jersey. I like the yoke. It doesn't feel like compared to everyone, it doesn't feel too cropped up because it's a bigger yellow. It's dominant, but the rest breathes well. The color combination is awesome. For me, this works as much as it pains me to say.
Yeah. Black and yellow always works together.
Yeah.
And I think they did the right amount of yellow to white in this one, and it doesn't look too overpowered with the stripes like in the one we saw 2 ago. I forget what it was, but it
St.
just
Louis.
works so well. Yes, it works really well on this.
Yeah, it's not cluttered. You understand everything that's going on. The color scheme is really well done. Yeah, it's a clean jersey for sure.
New York Rangers, baby.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I'm not a fan of
buddy.
the home jersey. I prefer the away jersey because I love the pinstripe, the colors on top. They don't have that in the home jersey. I'm not a fan of the word mark. I prefer the old school Liberty logo or the Shield logo. Just
Yes.
Rangers is a bit simplistic, but it still pops. Again, you can't get more America than this in the colors. And I actually like the red pants that go with the shirt. It actually contrasts well. Still not my favorites, but it's still a good jersey.
It's shit.
You little salty bitch.
It's shit. No, dude, it's so boring. Come on, it's boring. The Rangers.
It is not.
It's boring. It's boring.
No.
I agree with him. I like the old school logo better.
Fight.
No. I have nothing against the Rangers, honestly. I really
So I
don't.
Put the
guess you
jersey
like
over
this
his
jersey.
head and just
I just don't like this version. I like the old school version more. For sure.
So I'm guessing you like this, Jason.
yes, yeah, I do like this jersey. I've grown up around it my entire life, and I do think that this is probably the best blend of red, white, and blue, in my opinion, in all of the jerseys. Eat a dick.
Buffalo Sabres. Now
This one I
this
actually
is
like.
probably one of- oh yeah, I love it. They had a darker blue version. I didn't like it. I like the more vibrant blue. The logo is so big, bold, in your face. And the striping is so beautiful. Like that, just little intricate white that separates and nothing on top. It just feels hockey, in my opinion. I love this.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
You listen to the music in your head, Don.
No,
Just see you dancing. I do like the logo. I will say it does look like at first I'm just like it's so stupidly simple, like a buffalo and some sabers. Like it's
it's
just
the
so
Buffalo
stupidly
Sabres.
simple. It's so stupidly simple. It works.
This is like one of those when they
You
give you
have
like two pictures and you have to figure out what the name
literally,
is.
it's like
That's what
you
this
have
is.
a buffalo and a pair of sabers.
That's what this
What
is.
team is
Perfect.
Pictionary. And
this?
but the funny thing history about this team is the owner, when they first brought it to Buffalo, did not know what to name this team. So he actually went in a contest in a newspaper, and people submitted names to the team, and someone submitted Sabres. He liked it. He picked it.
Yeah, I like it. I really do like this
All
jersey
right.
there.
So Minnesota Wild. This logo, guys, is so freaking beautiful. The intricate, like the sky with the star in the eye, the moon or sun, whatever you wanted, with the red. It's such a complex, but yet simple at the same time. You can really look at it and always find little details, especially in live. And I love the white background, and I love the little red stripe. This is in my top three jerseys personally, and a lot of people love it too. What do you guys think?
I like that the intricacy of the bear and the mountains in it. I think it's a really like you would think that it's a
It's
lot.
not a bear.
I was gonna say that's not a bear, right?
What is it?
It's a wildcat.
All right, then to me that looks like a bear. That must be retarded.
I honestly, I gotta say, it does kind of look like a bear. I gotta be honest.
Like it really does.
No, it does. You're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong at all.
Like
But I like
It's supposed
I
to
like
be a
the way.
wildcat, people.
Well, no, but what I will say about this is I do like the thought in it because, like you said, before you zoomed in, I didn't notice it, but once you zoomed in, the river is the mouth, the star, the moon with like the sort of clouds and the
I'm just
trees.
saying.
It's very intricate. It's very interesting.
It looks like a bear
It's
because
definitely creative.
that
Yeah.
moon looks like the rounded ears of a
Right.
bear.
Yep.
True. Or I might have been wrong all these years. I need a non-hockey fan to correct me. Maybe it is a bear. In my head, this was always a wildcat.
Okay. I mean, I could see it either way, but it definitely looks more like a bear. Definitely looks more like a bear.
I gotta look this up.
Yeah.
All
no,
right,
I'm
so
with
we're in
you,
the
man.
last three. Pittsburgh
Let's
Penguins.
go. That's number 3 on the list right there. There's my number 3.
I love the arms, that solid yellow block, and then separation of black, and then white and yellow, and then black again. It's so intricate in the arms, and you would think it's too busy, but it works. I love that old school triangle.
I was
Penguins.
gonna say, I'm gonna tell you why it works. Look at the one behind them that's all yellow. Without that triangle, it doesn't pop as much.
No, it doesn't. But that's a practice jersey, by the way.
I'm just saying, I like that black background with the yellow triangle. I think it really pops the logo out more. Yeah. I just love the black and yellow together. I think in general is a really good color scheme.
And such a whimsical logo too.
Yeah. It's fun. Yeah, it's a fun one.
Jace?
Oh, sorry. I do like it. I just not one of my favorite. I was looking into the Minnesota Wilds. I'm trying to figure out.
Is it a bear?
Is
Is it a bear?
Um,
please be a
So
bear.
it's saying that although most fans suppose it is a bear or a wildcat, the club does not give out any official explanation. It just states that it is a wild animal. However, the rounded ear and the distinctive neck are some of the arguments in favor of the bear.
Yeah,
Yes,
makes
there's
sense.
arguments between
Yeah.
jersey collectors. It's a thing.
Okay, I like
So
it.
that is kind of neat that the actual club doesn't give any insight. It's just like let your fans figure it out and have fun with it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we lost them.
I think to
You guys are following me, but we're at number 2, Toronto Maple
Yes.
Leafs.
Hate it.
that's number 2.
I don't know why. It's again, this is my biggest rival in the whole sports against Montreal. I love the logo. They want a more old school logo. The designs, the cracks, and the leaf is nice. But again, they're like for me, that's what the problem with Tampa Bay. It reminds me too much of this because just that like stripes and blue and logo, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I do not.
yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it overall. I will say.
And I'm guessing you too, Jason. You just
Yeah, no, that one's not. I still don't understand how it's number 2.
Yeah,
he's probably from Toronto, the person who made this list. But it is a very classic. Again, the OG6 tend to go very classic looks, and you can't get more classic than this.
Gotcha.
Except maybe for Detroit.
okay.
And the number on the list, and I do agree. I don't like the home away version. I like the home version a lot better. Canadians, my home team.
Oh, this is the most biased list
Red.
ever. You did this list. That's what happened.
Maybe not. I love that blue black ground that bleeds in with the C. The C, like it is Canadians, C for Canadians, but the H is actually a
Hockey.
throwback to a saying, an alternate saying for the team called les habitants, meaning the inhabitants of this country in French. So that's why there's a CH in it. And the nickname for Canadians in Quebec is the CH. So very classic, very simplistic, but I love that middle part. It stands out so well.
The H really means
Yeah, you
hockey,
guys
right?
hate it.
I do like it. I don't have any issues with it at all. It's very well, like it works really well. I do think that middle section with the fact that the color in the blue around the C actually blends in with the rest of it works really well in its favor. I do like it. It is probably in my top 5 or 10.
Okay. What about you, Don?
I would say
I hate it 'cause
I don't know. No. I don't. Just because I know you explained it, but just because I wouldn't understand that history behind it, I don't know if I would immediately be like, oh, I want to wear that jersey. But once you explain the history of it, it's very interesting. I didn't know that about the CH. So I kind of always thought that was like a ladder or something like that in the back. I never really knew what that was. So that's actually interesting.
Because back in the day, it used to be just a C, and then people started because we're French Canadians, we're not Canadian self, so they start calling themselves these habitants. So became CH. So with all the whole 32 teams, which ones are the top 3 for you? Let's start with you, Jason. Which is your top 3?
See, all right. I have 5, and it's kind of hard to choose. Actually, fuck, I have 6 because I forgot about that one. Fuck. Don, do you have your 3? Go.
Yeah, I have my 3.
Go.
Sharks, Knights, Penguins.
Okay. In that particular order or unclassified?
Probably Knights, Sharks, Penguins.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna go with the Kraken
Oh,
jerseys.
that's a good one too. Yeah.
the Devils, and then the Wilds.
Oh, so very different list.
That-
Interesting.
Good
And if there
picks,
would
though.
be one jerseys you guys can have, someone would give it to you, which would be the one jersey you guys are having?
I think the Kraken, that one was really fucking nice. It just the color schemes in it, the different variations of the blue, that red eye in it, it really looked nice in my opinion.
What about you, Don?
If I had to pick one out of the three I picked already,
Yeah.
it would probably be the Knights. Again, it's just I love the time period of the Romans, and I really like that color scheme with that jersey. So I think that would be the one I would pick.
All right, so you heard it, guys. Kraken and Knights are the top ones, and so oddly enough, the last two teams that ever enter in NHL, they're the latest teams, so they're the newest designs. So apparently, the new designs are speaking with you, you both. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
For me, I love the Kraken, I love the Knights, but I will stay Canadians, Devils, and Minnesota. So we're very similar, Padawan. All
Yes.
right.
There's a lot of great ones. There really was a lot of good ones on that list. So
All right. So that being said, we're a bit over time, my expected time, but there's a lot of jerseys to talk about. Well, we will end it here. Thank you for all those who actually, stayed with us and geeked out about jerseys. If you're not subscribed, what you doing? Click that subscribe button and join the fun. And if you are
guys,
subscribed,
it's a button. It's a button. Just click it. Come on.
one button, one click,
take
that's it.
long. Just
And if
click.
you are subscribed but you haven't liked it yet, like this video. And again, join us next week while we geek out.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.